ब्रह्मचर्यव्रती दंडी सर्ववेदांत पंडित श्रीमद्विवेकयोगी मां प्रचोदयतु सर्वदा. Let us remind ourselves that we are standing in front of that vast expanse of absolutely nothing. There is nothing there where our senses can go and touch, feel. There is nothing where our mind can find some consolation. So at this point, what looks like a vacuum but which is not a vacuum, from there we have to train ourselves to absorb the vibrations of that great ultimate truth. For that, absolute purity in life, in mind, it is necessary. So Swamiji gives some advices. What are the thoughts which can pacify our chitta? Our whole life has to be on an even keel. So, our life is full of human interactions. We have to interact with a lot of people, which bring with it its positive and negative impressions in our mind. So where do we start? To elevate our mind from the mundane to the sublime. So Swamiji's advice is very, very essential here, very helpful, very helpful. He says we have to deal with 4 types of people, probably, mostly. One, with whom we have friendship. So friendship with all, that should be our mental state. Adveshta sarva bhutanam. I have no animosity towards anybody. I will be friendly with everybody. As an officer, when I sit in the office, or as a teacher, or in the home, everywhere, with a smile on our face, with a light of knowledge in our eyes, and a sense of oneness in our minds. So if we can exhibit that mitra bhava, friendship towards all, a lot of peace will be in our minds. The second group of people, sometimes people approach us asking for some kindness, some help, some advice. Towards them, be merciful. Whatever we can give to console them, try to give that, console them. So, mercy should be part of our mental quality. Compassion, understanding, mercy. So, a lot of people need this in the world today, especially now when we are going through such difficult times. Let us keep our mind filled with mercy. So, be merciful. Then, a lot of people come to share their happiness with us. Oh, I got a lottery, or I got a promotion. Our mind at that time, how should it react? Openly share that happiness of that person. Sharing the happiness will multiply. When he comes and tells us that I have got a promotion, he expects us to share that joy. So we can help that person increase his joy content by absorbing that joy ourselves and retaliating joyfully. So, be always joyful in the happiness of others. That is not all. In the society there is another group of people. We can't do anything with them. People who are so very no dharmic thought, indifferent to the values of life, gossip mongering. A lot of people are like that. We can't do anything about them. So Swamiji says, be indifferent. Oh, let them come. Oh, go. You can come, go. Don't share their gossip or their part of their wrongs, nothing. So, friendliness, mercy, sharing the joy, and indifference. So if these can be cultivated in our mind, then our mind becomes sort of very, very serene, like a lake where there are no waves at all. Now, why should we behave like this? What do we gain out of that? Yes, we gain. It is not that we lose by thus restraining ourselves. We are gaining infinitely more than we suspect. Each time we suppress hatred or a feeling of anger, it is so much good energy stored in our favor. It goes into our account, our Swiss account as I call it. Into that account we go. Instead of anger, we retaliated with mercy. So, whenever this negative is faced with positiveness, a lot of energy is stored up in our favor. That piece of energy will be converted into higher powers. We have never thought of it, that we have got a system by which we can generate this power within ourselves. So this is the way. Restrain ourselves from the negative, and when that positive energy is stored in it, it gives to great power, what we call the power of personality. When we say all this, somehow I might immediately think of Gandhiji, his famous verse, when you get a slap on the left, show your right. This is the truth behind it. Whenever we react positively to the negativity which is approaching to us, we are doubly blessed. We are getting a chance to store up our spiritual energy and the spiritual power, because these are the only things which will help us in our inquiry of truth as we step in. We are already on the portal of Jnana Yoga. So in Jnana Yoga there is nothing which we can go and pick up. Oh, here is a piece of Jnana. There is nothing like that. We have to generate that Jnana within us. We can't do anything else. We are in an atmosphere of Jnana, but it is not gaining entry into us because we have still many, many blocks preventing that entry. So Swamiji reminds us that to keep the mind pure, to store up your spiritual energy, this is one technique which everybody can practice. Actually, we can even teach our children to practice this. Friendliness, mercifulness, indifference to the bad things, and sharing the joy. These are 4 cardinal principles which we can share and develop even in our children. So with that, in the technical terms, Vedantic technology, we increase our sattvic content, because only a mind filled with sattva can receive the rays of the jnana. So, to increase the satvikata, the sattva forces within us, we have to practice these things in our daily life.